Hey guys, what's up, how's it going? My name is Rob and welcome back once again for another update on the Wealthsimple Trade investment portfolio. Inside today's video, I'm going to be showcasing you guys my portfolio, talking about all the things that have been going on lately, and giving you guys once again another update on the types of dividend stocks that I'm buying inside my Wealthsimple Trade portfolio. So if you guys aren't familiar with the channel, the main purpose of this channel is to show you guys from a beginner's perspective how to get started with investing in the easiest way possible. That's the main theme of this channel, and this is kind of how I structure these videos. So we use Wealthsimple Trade because it's one of the best platforms for buying and selling stocks. There's no fees. It's really simple for beginners to use, and I think overall it's just a really nice platform. And we focus on dividend stocks because once again, it's a very safe, secure, consistent way to invest your money. And as you guys will see when I give you guys an update on my portfolio, it's actually performed quite well for us over the past 15 months since we started this portfolio back in January of 2020. So really quickly guys, let's do a quick little portfolio update. I'll show you guys how my stocks have been doing over the past couple months or so, and in the past couple days. There's quite a bit to talk about today, so we'll try and get through this as quick as possible. But let's take a quick peek at the portfolio and let's see how we're doing today. Alright guys, so here's the portfolio inside of Wealthsimple Trade. As you guys can see, opening up today, we have this cool little information thing about Shaw, and we'll talk about Shaw in just a couple minutes here because there's some interesting stuff going on with Shaw. But here's the portfolio overall. We have $25,000 inside of our TFSA. If we go over the past day, our portfolio is currently up 1%. So a nice little bump up this morning. Over the past week, our stock portfolio is up about 3%. Over the past month, we're up 6%, which is $1,500. Over the past 3 months, we're up 10%, which is over $2,000. Lots of gains over the past month or two, guys. It's been a really good way to start the year, especially for our Canadian stocks. US stocks are kind of going down a bit, and there's like the big currency thing that's kind of pushing them down as well. So if you have US stocks inside your portfolio, you might see a bit of a dip because of that. And over the past year, we were up 15%. So 15% gain in the past year, and all time we're up 13%. So that's about $3,000 or so. I wanted to do another update on this because, I did a video a couple months ago about how I made $1,000. I thought that was kind of interesting that over just like a month later, we're already up 3,000. So guys can see that growth over time and how it compounds. And as once you put a lot of money into the market and you kind of set that foundation, once you get these big jumps up, it really does grow the portfolio up quite a bit. So the patience does pay off as time goes on, so to speak. But anyways, here's a quick little overview of the portfolio, guys. As you guys can see, pretty good solid companies, overall consistent. Most of these companies are up, as you guys can see. I'm not going to go over too much in detail. I'll just go through them really quickly here and you guys can pause the video. I've done a bunch of videos where I talk about, I go over the share counts, I go over the returns and whatnot, and how much I've made kind of thing. But you guys can kind of look through those if you want. I'm not going to really do that today. The main thing I'm going to focus on today is the ones that are doing really, really well. So as you guys can see, the one stock I really want to talk about is Shaw Communications, because Shaw Communications is absolutely bonkers right now. As you guys can see, we're up 45% in this portfolio, and this happened over a couple days ago. So if we go to Google here, and the other day what I did is I typed in the news section, I typed in Shaw, and we can see here that it looks like Rogers is actually buying Shaw at a deal valued at $26 billion. So I'm not too sure if that's what's pushing the stock price up. It probably is the case. So it's kind of interesting, right? A lot of people are asking, Shaw's been down. If we go over the past 5 years, we can see Shaw's been, actually, let's go over Max here. We can see that Shaw's been kind of up and down since 2015 and hasn't really been growing that much. It's actually been declining. So this big jump up looks pretty, to me, it doesn't look like it's going to last. It doesn't look like it's going to stay. It might. Nobody really knows, right? It's one of those weird situations. So if you're asking me what you should do, if you hold the considerable amount of Shaw, I would say probably sell it or sell a chunk of it, and maybe keep some of it, sell a bit of it, put the earnings into a broader based market ETF or something. It just depends on how much money it is, but it's up to you guys on what you want to do. But I do think this price is kind of like it's probably not going to stay because it just looks too weird, right? We see a stock that's downtrending a lot and then all of a sudden it jumps up like this. I don't think it's going to stay. But who knows? I mean, it might not. My recommendation would be to, if you're sitting at a good chunk of money, maybe sell a little bit, keep a little bit. It's up to you guys. I have a bunch of shares here. Because I have most of my Shaw inside of an ETF, I'm just going to leave it. It can sit. If it grows, it grows. If it doesn't, whatever. But if I had like a bunch in the individual shares, I might sell them. To me, it's not that much. Being up 45%, I bought these shares way back in the day. It's only $100. I don't really care. But I could sell some of them. I could sell half of them or something like that. But that's something you guys could do if you want. It's really up to you. But I do think this is kind of like this isn't going to be consistent. So I would say probably take advantage of it to some degree. Just kind of maybe watch it over the next couple weeks and just see how it does. It might kind of slowly decline, and if that's the case, maybe sell a few shares here or there. It might slowly go up, and if that's the case, maybe sell a few shares here and there. It's up to you guys how you want to do it. But I just wanted to point that out. Some other big stocks here doing quite well are TD and VDY. VDY is one of our main ETFs. As you guys can see, it's up 13%. TD is up 20%. So a lot of our Canadian stocks, like I mentioned, are doing quite well. And the stocks I'm going to be buying today, I'm going to split between TELUS Corp and TD. So I'm going to buy one share of TD here. I'll go inside our TFSA. We'll go on Wealthsimple Trade. We'll hit one share here, buy one share of TD. And what do we have left over? I'll just stick into TELUS, and that's kind of what I'm going to be doing today. Once again, just buying really some consistent, good quality stocks. Just going to go back inside my portfolio here, go back to the TFSA, and then scroll all the way down to TELUS. And we have $66 left to buy with TELUS. So I think we could buy about maybe 2 shares or so with TELUS. I haven't bought TELUS for a while. And TELUS is more of like the consistent growth-based version of Shaw. So if we go into Google here, I'm just going to search this really quickly to show you guys. If we go to TELUS stock, we can see that TELUS is like a more growth-based stock. So it's more of a consistent growth. So to me, same with Rogers, just kind of like the same thing, generally speaking. So I would probably take some of those Shaw shares if I had a bunch, stick them in the TELUS, stick them in the Rogers, stick them into an ETF, and maybe keep a little bit of Shaw just to see if it goes up or something like that. But once again, completely up to you guys how you want to do it. But I'm going to be buying 2 shares of TELUS with the leftover money we have inside our portfolio. And that will be that. So hope you guys enjoyed that little bit, and that's a quick little update on my stock portfolio. So as you guys can see, the main theme of the portfolio is consistent, solid Canadian stocks with a little bit of US stocks, some good quality ETFs, and slowly growing the portfolio with these types of stocks. Now, if you guys want to follow alongside with me, I did recently start a Patreon group which covers more growth-based Canadian stocks portfolios. This is mostly like a made-for-fun type of account that I made just to have some fun. So if you guys want to check that out, I'll put some links in the description of this video. You guys can check that out, as well as the Discord group if you guys want to follow that portfolio. But once again, the main theme of this channel and the main type of investing that I do myself is just invest in the good solid companies and just see that money consistently grow on a regular basis. And at the end of the day, the main ways that we make money inside our portfolio is with stock appreciation. That's our stocks growing over time and getting that regular dividend income. And dividend income is pretty important for me because I like the idea of getting money on a regular basis. It just feels good, and it's nice to consistently get that money. And when I first started this portfolio, the main theme was dividend income. I've added some growth stocks, and now I kind of do a combination of the two. I focus on growth stocks that also not only have dividend income and have good dividend income that's growing over time, but also stocks that have like some stock appreciation and get some good gains overall. And that's how we're kind of getting the best of both worlds there. So that's kind of how I make my portfolios, and I think that's the best way to do investing overall, is to do a little bit of stocks that have some good quality dividend income and some good dividend growth, but also some stocks that typically grow well over time. And because this is the dividend portfolio, I think it's really important to track the dividend income. You got to see how much money you're making on a regular basis. Plus, you can see how your account grows over time. So let's jump into the spreadsheet, and I'll show you guys how much dividend income the portfolio has actually made since the very first day of the very first month that we actually started this portfolio. And here's a quick little update of the dividend income sheet. I know a lot of you guys like to see this and like to show this because it really does show you how the money compounds and grows over time, especially the dividend income as you put money inside your portfolio. And as you guys have been watching me, I've been putting pretty much every single little bit of cash, every little bit of support that you guys have given me on the YouTube channel back into the portfolio to grow it as quickly as possible. So you can see in the beginning, we're making a couple bucks a month, and then we kept putting that money back in, and it just kept compounding and growing to be more and more. And we're currently sitting about $50-ish per month from the portfolio. It's about March 16th, so it's the middle of March. We hit $46 in dividends already. Last month was $49 and whatnot. So we're slowly growing over time, and we are taking those dividend income and we're reinvesting it back into the same stocks, the same ETFs, and our total dividends that we made inside the portfolio out of the $3,000-ish that our stock portfolio is up is $402 in total. So as you guys can see, most of the income is coming from the stock appreciation, but we also have those dividends that's slowly growing and adding up over time. And to do something a little bit different that I don't see a lot of other people doing on YouTube, one of the things I wanted to do was, my main goal with this, this portfolio is eventually over time to live 100% from my stocks, whether it's a combination of stock growth plus dividend income, but mostly like focusing on the dividend income. So I kind of did a little bit of a case study where I'm trying to basically live as much as possible off my dividend income. So for the past couple months, I've been buying stuff with my dividend stocks. I've basically been kind of pretending as if, I'm living off my dividend income, even though I'm realistically reinvesting the money and I'm not doing that. It's just a representation to show you guys how much that money, adds up over time, and to appreciate some of the simple things that even just growing a stock portfolio and getting money on a regular basis can do for you. So here's a quick little big picture of all the things I bought with my dividend income over the past couple months. Hopefully this kind of inspire you guys. You guys can see all these different things I've talked about in my previous videos, but here's just an overlap of how much stuff we bought with our dividends just over the past like 4 or 5 months or so as the portfolio has been growing and whatnot. So, you know, it starts off small, but things do add up over time. And as you guys can see, if you're smart with the money in your personal finance, you know, dividend income and dividend investing is one of the best ways to just grow your income and grow your money over time. So when it comes with future plans for the portfolio, it's going to be the same old thing, guys. We're regularly here doing updates, regularly investing into the stock market. And if you guys want to follow along with me, be sure to subscribe to the channel. And if you guys do enjoy the video, please sure to give it a big thumbs up. It really helps the channel. If you guys are brand new to investing and you want to get started, check out the links in the description of this video. There's affiliate links for Wealthsimple Trade. You guys can take advantage of some free offers, and it also helps support the channel. So those are there if you guys want. But other than that, guys, that's it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Like usual, let me know what you guys think in the comments, and be sure to, if you have any questions or anything like that, let me know. I'll put a link to an end screen where you guys can watch some more videos if you guys want. But other than that, guys, have yourself a good week. Take care, and I'll see you guys later.